All right. So, yeah, dude, I'm ready here. I'm gonna let these guys know I'm ready to go. You ready to go? Ready to do this?
I'm gonna grab a bev real quick. I'll be back in like 3 seconds. You can go ahead.
You're
That's
gonna
totally fine.
you're gonna grab a beverage, some kind of beverage,
You
mate.
gotta get me cold beverage.
All
There
right,
you
man.
go. It's all good.
All right. He just wants to slurp something down his throat. It's okay, guys. All right. All right.
Oh, I heard that. All right.
Okay. I'm pretty stoked here. Because we're about to get some Quake Live underway. We're about a half an hour late because, well, our round 1 picks for shoutcasting were no-shows. Pity. But round 2 is about to get underway. Vampire is totally ready to go. Now, if we take a look, seeding-wise, well, just going by the seeds, Slasher has his work cut out for him because Vamp is, like, what, number 4 or something like that? Let me see. Oh, excuse me, number 3 in the seeding. And like I was saying earlier, I think that's pretty close to correct. Vamp is a very solid player. Slasher, it comes down to... I can definitely say that when you spend a lot of time behind the mic, every single match that you broadcast is a match that you're not playing. It's a match that you're not practicing. So I think Slasher has his work cut out for him. I'll put it that way.
Slasher, Grease is trying to tell you that you suck. So when you hear this, you
dude.
have my permission to come
I
beat
love
his
Slasher.
ass into the floor.
Dude. Now see, if this was LAN, it'd be totally different. Slasher would have the upper hand. Because he would just, whip his head around and use his magical hair to cover his opponent's monitor. I've seen him do it.
That's so true.
But, since this is the internet...
And yes, he has magical hair. It's not regular shit. It's not the regular stuff, people. We're talking high quality magical hair. You know you're a badass when your hair makes you win Quake Live.
Alright, here we go. Getting it underway. We're going to watch Slasher out of the gate. We're going live in 3, 2, and 1. This is Grease Scotsman with Quake Live TV. And we're going to be covering the ESL qualifiers. Number 4, Slasher getting Mega right off the spawn. Heading over for an LG. So he's pretty good on weapons. He can handle short and medium range firefights. Also picking up the mid-level yellow. Vamp heading off with a red armor and yellow armor. Still no real damage. Oh, there he goes. They run straight into each other. Slasher's lost his armor. Vamp, though, about even keel with 60 and 68. Does nail that rail. Slasher's going to be hurting. We're going to hop over back to his point of view. Mega coming up in about 5 seconds. Slasher, though, going to need to watch his ass as he makes the jump. And I like this move here by Vamp. He's getting ready, and he doesn't quite shut down Slasher. Slasher's using the fact that he did not get knocked off there to his advantage and just LG's the hell out of Vamp. First blood going to Slasher. Fantastic.
I think Vamp there should have, he had a great rail shot, but it was a little too late to push Slasher off that, the mega platform. I think Vamp should have jumped over to the platform behind him, or a little, to the side of him. He could have kind of gotten out of that firefight a little bit and taken a little bit less damage. He could have evaded that.
Yeah. Well, I think that Vamp really expected that rail shot to knock Slasher around a little bit more. And instead, Slasher also went really aggressive. And that's not always the first thing that you think a player will do when you land a nice rail on him.
Yeah.
Right now,
but Slasher's doing a good job.
Yeah, we haven't really gotten into any firefights since then. Slasher now landing rails of his own. And expecting a move through the teleporter. Instead, he's trying to land some damage. The red armor does go to Vamp, but Slasher did land a rocket. As that resource is picked up, Slasher heading over to Mega. It is up. Oh, and he misses that jump, and that's going to give Mega to Vamp. Let's hop over and take a look at him.
Oh, great prediction over from Vamp. Just nailed Slasher right when he came down trying to come around.
Yeah.
Just square in the face. It was perfect timing.
So Slasher's doing the right thing. He's trying to run. And Vamp has been able to pick up everything, including red armor now. So Slasher at best has 50 armor. Actually, he has 10. He's got a mid-level yellow coming up in about 2 seconds. But that's his only resource to work with. It just came up. Slasher is actually good that he didn't go and get that resource because Vamp is still chasing him down. You can hear him. Just chasing him, chasing him, chasing him. And that'll tie it up. Vamp's LG a little bit more on than Slasher's Plasma. Slasher, though, able to get Mega before Vamp gets over to this side of the map. He's hurting for armor, though. Not another spawn of that in another 6 seconds. And Vamp is pretty well stacked. Not quite full health, but solid on armor. So. Right now, we have yet to see any real control of the resources. Vamp is a bit more poised to do it, though, because he's been able to get red a couple of times. Slasher got Mega off the spawn, but he's also trapped over here, and Vamp, I think he's going to... Oh, now look at this. The rocket knocked Vamp back a little bit, so he wasn't able to make a clean break towards Mega. Slasher does scoop up Mega, eats the rail, and now has to be careful here. Nice choices here. Slasher's tearing Vamp apart. 20 health. Vamp is hitting beautiful rails, though. Fantastic. Both players very weak there. Vamp coming out on top. And I have to say...
Yeah, it's going to give Vamp a good ability to, you know, completely stack back up on armor, stealing everything from Slasher. Oh,
and
geez,
I really...
both yellows and red.
Honestly, I loved the move that Vamp pulled, though. When he was up on the bridge, he didn't expose himself. He waited a few seconds and then tossed out a rocket. And it was something that, you know, nearly hit Slasher. And it definitely set him up for that plasma kill. Since then, though, Vamp is really controlling these fights now. He's hurt, but Slasher doesn't really have the advantage in any of these firefights. Right now, Vamp is controlling that.
Yeah, and these armors are spread out pretty much so Vamp can stay stacked at 200 armor. He's been stacked at 200 armor since, for 2 kills now. And there's the next red. Both yellows are still up, so he can go grab those if he can keep Slasher off one of them. And he could just stay stacked at 200 if he needs to. I mean, that's obviously a huge advantage, and Slasher needs to take advantage of that and try and get Vampire off his timing right now.
Well, actually, just Slasher delaying behind this pillar might just do that.
Oh, gee.
Red goes to Vamp. Slasher lost track of where he was. That'll be a quick spawn frag. 6-1. Mega's coming up into...
Yeah, Vamp doing a great job just popping around with that rocket and doing the nice rocket rail combo. And definitely the conversion frag right after that in the room right next to it. So no hope for Slasher right now. Although he landed some nice rails there. He's definitely bringing Vamp down. Even though Vamp does grab that RA, trying to get a Slasher off that Mega will not work. Can't land the rail, but does land one right after that. But
yeah,
we see Slasher right now doing a good job taking some armors away. That's good.
Well, and it's the kind of thing where if Slasher had any real setup, if he had weapons, had he had armor, Slasher would have gotten that frag. I mean, Vamp's walking around with 35 health here, and it's just a matter of not having resources, where Slasher gave away a pair of frags. That being said, Slasher has gotten the Mega, I think 3 times this game, and that's far too many considering the resource and frag advantages that Vampire has enjoyed. I think Vamp is going to need to tighten up his game here.
Now Slasher did bring Vampire down to... Oh, a horrible idea by Vampire. He did not have enough health in the first place to even start rocket jumping, and just rocket jumped right up into Slasher's rocket. So, killing himself with 2 of his own rockets, pretty much.
Yeah, well, I guess that's kind of bloodlust or something.
Yeah.
Alright, so we got red coming up into Slasher's backed off and should be getting Mega. There it is. Slasher picks up Mega. So we see a trade between those resources. Vamp. Actually, I would have grabbed that rocket launcher that was sitting out there because he's a bit low on rockets. You're going to see him run out in 5. Slasher ducking away,